Chapter 127. The Powerful Shang Mingyu. At this moment, many people gathered in the practice field, surrounding the practice room where Nie Tian was. The fact that Nie Tian entered the training room for 10 days and did not come out has already caused a sensation in the Baiyun Academy. Most of the onlookers were students, and none of them were teachers from the academy. Logically speaking, it is very unreasonable that not even a teacher came after such a sensational incident happened in the academy. Jean DeBao knew that Fan Jinwu and Lan Benji must be playing tricks behind this. Now, most people think that something must have happened to Nie Tian. The longer he stays in the training room, the higher the probability of his death. There was an uproar outside the training room. Nie Tian has been in there for 10 days, and the gravity in the training room has increased by 100 times. It's 100 times. Warriors in the giant spirit realm can't bear that kind of gravity. Something must have happened. Maybe it has already been crushed into a pulp. What a pity. Nie Tian is the new rookie king of the academy. I heard that Nie Tian once fought Lord Qin Yedian, the commander of the Imperial Guards. Maybe he can withstand 100 times the force of gravity. Fuck you. That's 100 times the force of gravity. Even the teachers of the academy can't bear it. Everyone said one sentence to another. Most of them believed that Nie Tian had already died in the training room. Jean DeBao was standing outside the training room, dripping with cold sweat, and his clothes were soaked. He hasn't told Jean Mingxin and others about the matter, nor has he told Qiushan Qiu Linger and others. Even telling them is useless, it's just worrying in vain. Master Jean, how is he doing, teacher? At this moment, a figure crowded over in a panic. It was Zhang Yifeng. Zhang Yifeng learned about the Baiyun Academy by accident and rushed over immediately. It's Master Zhang Yifeng. Nie Tian is Master Zhang Yifeng's teacher. It seems that Master Zhang Yifeng is going to accept the pain of losing his teacher. Be careful with your mouth, don't talk nonsense. If Master Zhang Yifeng hears it, you won't be able to eat it. Zhang Yifeng's arrival caused a commotion. Zhang Yifeng ignored the surrounding voices and looked nervously at the practice room. Jean DeBao shook his head helplessly. How many days has the teacher been in the training room? Zhang Yifeng asked. 10 days. Jean DeBao cursed angrily with a look of pain on his face. Damn Jean Ming, let him go to the teacher of the academy, and he hasn't come back yet. Young Master Jean. As soon as Jean DeBao finished cursing, Jean Ming squeezed through the crowd, also sweating profusely. Jean Ming, where's the teacher I asked you to find? Jean DeBao grabbed Jean Ming, but he didn't see any teacher. Jean Ming shook his head helplessly and said dejectedly, all the teachers didn't come. They all said something was wrong. Damn it! A bunch of bastards! Jean DeBao cursed without hesitation. These teachers must have received Fan Jinji's tone and turned a blind eye to Nie Tian's affairs. Qi Feng is currently retreating, otherwise, he would never have reached this point. Don't worry about it. I'm going to forcefully break the restriction of the training room. Zhang Yifeng was in a hurry and stepped forward to the door of the training room, wanting to forcefully break the restriction. You dare! At this moment, a roar sounded like rolling thunder, shocking people's hearts. Immediately afterward, the crowd automatically moved out of the way, and a young man strode over. The man looked to be about 20 years old, with sword eyebrows and star eyes, a stern face, very cold, and stern eyes. My God! He is the #1 person in the inner court, Shang Mingyu. It's Shang Mingyu. I heard that his brother Shang Mingyu was deprived of his sword energy by Nie Tian 10 days ago. I don't know if it's true. It's true. I was there when Nie Tian destroyed Shang Mingyu's sword energy, and I saw it with my own eyes. Nie Tian made Shang Mingyu urinate with just one strike. That's the end of the game. Shang Mingyu must have come for revenge. There were a lot of discussions around, and the atmosphere on the scene suddenly became depressing. Shang Mingyu took a step forward, directly stopped Zhang Yifeng, glared at the latter, and had no intention of moving away. You dare to stop me? Zhang Yifeng was taken aback for a moment and then angrily reprimanded, "Do you know who I am?" Zhang Yifeng was very famous in Blue Cloud City, and many big figures bowed their heads and saluted him when they saw him. Now being blocked by a stupefied boy who appeared out of nowhere, he was very angry. Shang Mingyu glanced at Zhang Yifeng and said coldly, "Master Zhang Yifeng, this is Baiyun Academy. You want to forcibly break the restriction of the practice room. As a student of Baiyun Academy, of course, I have to stop it." Shang Mingyu had just finished his retreat when he heard the sad news that his younger brother's sword energy had been abolished. Of course, he would not let it go, let alone the person in front of him at this time was Zhang Yifeng. Even if it was Emperor Lan Yun, he would never back down a step. "You!" Zhang Yifeng was furious, his face flushed slightly, and then turned cold, and said, "What if I must break the restriction of the training room? Then don't blame me for being rude." Shang Mingyu's body shook, a small golden sword flashed between his brows, and a surge of sword energy immediately filled the air. Everyone couldn't bear the strong pressure of the sword and retreated one after another. "Huh?" Zhang Yifeng suddenly noticed something, frowned, and said in surprise, "You have cultivated Jianqing?" Shang Mingyu sneered and said, "Master Zhang is quite knowledgeable, and he can see that I have cultivated a sword heart." "That's right. I have already cultivated a sword heart. So I would like to advise Master Zhang, don't make fun of yourself, otherwise no one will be left alive under my sword heart." Shang Mingyu was so strong that he directly threatened Zhang Yifeng. Zhang Yifeng didn't retreat and said coldly, "Do you still dare to kill me?" He is a third-tier alchemist, has the badge of an alchemist, and is protected by the Alchemist Guild. If Shang Mingyu dared to kill him, it would bring disaster to himself and the entire business. "Can you try?" Shang Mingyu took a step forward, his eyes shot out with a cloud of anger, with murderous intent. "Jin Ming, you go to Jin's mansion immediately, call my father, tell him something important, and tell him to come quickly." Jin Debao saw that the situation was not going well, so he pulled Jin Ming out and told him to go to Jin Mingxin. Jin Ming agreed, turned, and left, looking for death. Seeing Jin Ming leave, Shang Mingyu screamed, and immediately 2 streaks of lingering sword energy came through the air. Crack! Crack! The next moment, there were 2 sounds of bones breaking, Jin Ming's knee shattered, and blood spattered out. "Ah! My legs!" Jin Ming, who had just run 2 steps away, let out a hysterical howl, his knees gave way, and he fell to the ground with a thud, both kneecaps were shattered. "Jin Ming!" Seeing this scene, Jin Debao yelled and rushed over. "Young Master Jin, my leg is useless." Jin Ming yelled. The severe pain in his knee made him cry from pain, but the blow of his crippled legs made him even more desperate. Everyone backed away subconsciously, keeping a distance from Shang Mingyu. Shang Mingyu's attack was so ruthless that he even directly crippled Jin Ming's knees. The poison in his heart can be seen,